I mean, we're having a very important OPEC meeting in December. As Steve mentioned, prices are nowhere where the producers want at this point. I mean, many producers have break-even prices for their fiscal budgets in the 80s. So the current price environment is not good for most of the OPEC countries. The question is, does OPEC do a bigger collective cut? Does Saudi Arabia, the sort of driver of OPEC policy, take more on their backs? Or are they able to get better compliance out of countries like Nigeria, like Iraq? What do you do about Russia? Russia has been slow on its compliance. So can you bring along all the OPEC members? And the question is, if we still have such huge fears about demand, I mean, that is what is weighing on this market. I mean, the big turn in this market this year was the resumption of the trade war. And as long as we have these trade war fears hanging over this market, OPEC can do what they can in terms of production cuts. But the question is, can you move this market higher?
Trade issues have been lurking for a number of months now, but it's also increased that thought that perhaps the Saudis have lost control of the process. And I feel like we've been here before. There's been much criticism about just how powerful the Saudis are in OPEC these days, and OPEC Plus, as we talk about the role of the Russians. What do you think? Are the Saudis effectively on the sidelines here, just watching the oil price moves like everybody else?
I mean, I think they're driving the OPEC bus, but the real question is, I mean, sentiment remains so negative on energy. And I really link this to really overarching fears about demand. And the question is, you continue to cut, but if you do a bigger cut in December, are you also signaling that it's a really tough demand environment? And I think it's stunning that we had on September 14th what you could argue were the biggest attacks on the energy industry. I mean, Abqaiq, the world's largest oil processing facility, that was hit by a combination of drones and cruise missiles. Another one of their big fields was hit. And the market really has shrugged that off. Now, Saudi Arabia has done a remarkable job bringing back this production faster than anyone expected. But we've had attacks on Middle East energy infrastructure since the middle of May. We've had tankers struck, tankers seized. We've had major pipelines like the East-West pipeline in Saudi Arabia, the main bypass route for the Straits of Hormuz hit. We've had these spectacular attacks in December. And yet, look where prices are. So right now, the market is really discounting quite serious political risk in the largest production zone in the world because they're very concerned about demand.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.